going on, guys?
Welcome back to another video. As you guys can probably see,
We're lowering the car. Let's go.
Alright, so I'm going to be using, I'm going to be doing the front ones today. So first things first, getting the wheel off, lifting it up in the air. I'll get back with you guys. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is take my 18 and untake off, what the heck, undo the, I think these are called the end links or tie rods. It's either end links or tie rods, I don't know. Again, not a DIY channel, just videographing the struggle I have to go through here and there. So yeah, 18 though, and it's that right there. From both sides, it should help, I guess, bring it down. That's what a tip someone told me. So there you go, off, easy. Swing out of the way. Make sure to put the bolt back on, so you don't lose it, you know. All right, here we have the bolt right here, 10 millimeter. It gets all your brake lines out of the way so that it doesn't get stuck to it. Yeah, I think this thing has been taken off before. So these bolts can be hard, can be easy, but I'm hoping that these can be easy since I think they've already been taken off, because I think this car's already been lowered before, and it's swapped back to, you know, the OEM, everything before they sold it. But we'll see how it goes from there. All right, so I guess to get to that bolt right there, a nut, you gotta take this off. It's right here, pull it up. This one has a clip like that, a retaining clip, and now you can pull it up, I guess. Oh, yep, there you go. Now, probably easier to get to that bolt. All right, next I'm doing this strut, and it's right there, a 14 millimeter triple square, 18 millimeter on their side, right here. And yeah, loosening, that's the thing that clamps down this coil or strut, I guess, whatever this is. All right, that is now off. So going under here, I think I'm gonna take these off, 1, 2, 3. And now after that, hopefully it should drop, we'll see. This might be a pain, I can already feel it. Alright, sorry guys, been doing a really terrible job of videoing it, but I did have to take a break and go and eat and stuff like that, so it kind of, actually probably doesn't look very different. But anyways, we did get this one in, boom, measured it out and stuff like that, and we're praying, hope for the best. Gonna go do the other side now and finish kind of where I left off with the how-to part of this. Again, don't follow me, and do your stuff. Or if you do it on your own terms. Don't do it on my terms, because I do some sketchy things. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the other side. Hopefully we get this one done faster, because I believe the passenger side is faster to install than the driver's side, but we'll see. All right, this side, got that one off right there. You know, I can just start on one side, I guess. This side. All right, so this is where I stopped recording on the other side, but usually people use a strut spreader. Oh my God, the sun. A strut spreader. And it's like a specialty tool that you can get from, like, you know, ECS or like FCP Euro and stuff like that. But I didn't, so I got this thing. And let me tell you, it works, but it's not the best. This is supposed to be a ball joint spreader tool. Got it from AutoZone, and it's actually just a loaner tool. So we'll see how it works. Or it worked okay, but it just takes a long time. Basically, you use like a chisel. You put it in the thing here, and you start hammering it away. Doesn't work the best. A chisel will work better because this thing's super long, so it's hard to hit it with a hammer, but it works. Nonetheless, it just sucks. It takes forever. So I'll get back to you guys when I guess I start hammering and stuff. All right, another thing you guys can hate me for, but I don't have a, what is it called? I'm not taking off the axle because I just don't want to deal with that or just even try that. I don't have the tools for that. And I also don't have spring compression. So usually if you don't take out the axles, you want spring compression so that you can compress the spring while dropping the strut. I don't, so I do something ghetto or unsafe. So you wanna check it out? This works on the other one. Basically I put a stick here and it goes to the my jack. And as I'm basically hammering this and chiseling or using the chisel on the back part, as you guys can see already a little bit come down. It keeps this up, like keeps the spring up while this is coming down. So otherwise, usually what happens is this force is still very strong, so it'll just pull down the whole thing and won't get it off right away. So this is basically making it spread this way instead of just coming down. All right, so this is making a lot of progress so far, and I'm telling you already, with all the methods, going by way quicker. So I think it might pop out in a little bit. All right, now depending on what coilovers you have, you gotta make sure you measure and like I said, set the preload on stuff, and you can find that out on usually the manual, or a lot of times the companies will have a video out themselves. Wow, my hand's dirty. So we just go ahead and make sure, because this is kind of a universal thing, and also like I said, not a DIY, just me videographing my progress on the car. So there's a couple different ways to do it. The way that I found easiest is to actually put the strut thing into the hole, clamp it up, and then put it into the top one. That for me is easier. If it's easier for you to put it up there, put it in and insert it down here afterwards, go ahead, do it. It's up to you, it doesn't matter. All right, so I guess maybe I'll try to time lapse this one. Gotten the thing in right here and put some bolts up top now, and basically you do everything in reverse now. Put it in on first and the bottom, doesn't really matter, but it does help to have those up there top so you can take your jack away. You can't see a jack in the frame, but it's right there. I'm not gonna bore you guys with the install after that, because the hardest part of the install is putting this into here. Otherwise, after that, everything goes back pretty normal, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, so the combination of basically the passenger side, I'm pretty sure being easier than the driver's side, and knowing all the tips and tricks to do these, it took literally like 10-15 minutes to do the front, and I know the rear is even easier with impact. Don't forget that. Yeah, so this took like literally 15-20 minutes, just hammering and doing little things here and there. The other side took me like an hour and a half, just because I didn't know what I was doing or looking at. So just, I mean, if you guys are doing it for the first time, hour and a half plus another 15 minutes for the front, so 2 hours for the front, probably a good 30 minutes for the rears if you're doing it all one day. If you're putting it together, or if you already know what you're doing, this is pretty simple, maybe an hour for like the whole thing, but yeah. So a lot of you guys might be wondering, I do have huge tires. If you guys been following along, you guys know 275s in the front, so it's a 18 by 10.5 inches wide, all round squared. So I cannot tuck, even with the wide body fender, I cannot tuck these wheels. However, I think I'm actually pretty close, so I'm probably gonna end up downsizing these eventually. I do want to run some high performance tires anyways. The rears are actually almost perfect. Needs to be cut a little bit more, the fenders, so that it doesn't bottom out. But other than that, the rears are really nice. So I think these are gonna be either 255s or 265s with some high performance, either Federal or R888. So I don't know, not sure I'm gonna go with it, or which way I'm gonna go with it as of right now. But the fitment on it is not slammed. It's gonna be nice and track stance, I guess. So we'll see how it looks actually, because I don't know. I'm just measuring, you guys how to do your adjustment and stuff like that when it's actually able to see.